where Christ seated on the right hand of God. Verse 2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. Verse 3. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ in God. Now, we are going to focus on verse 3. He said, for ye are dead. Let me say it so that you understand. Say, for you are dead, and your life is with Christ. You know what that means? You are dead, and your life is with Christ in God. Because Christ is in God, and your life is with Him. In other words, your normal life, the day you die, Christ collect it. The day you gave your life to Christ, you were dead. So Christ took your life and take your life with Him. And He is in God. So now what kind of life do you now function with? Because your life was taken from you. Your life was taken from you. So Christ now gave you His own life to function on earth. In verse 4, he said, when Christ, who is our life, when Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with Him in glory. The day Christ will appear, that is when your life will be revealed to you. That is why nobody knows you now. Your true self, your true identity is not yet revealed. Because Christ has taken your life with Him. The day Christ will appear, you will appear with Him in glory. That is when people will see that as Jesus is, so are you in this world. When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with Him in glory. So your very life is the life of glory. So as a believer, you are operating with Christ's life. He took your life and gave you His life so that you can operate like Him on earth. So if you read the next verse, he now said, now, because your life is with Christ, mortify your members which are upon the earth. Which one are your members? Mortify means that me kill your members which are upon the earth. A believer is functioning with two natures. You have the nature of Christ and you have the nature of man. Now he's telling you not to kill the nature of man which is in you, because you have carried the life of Christ now. It is now your duty to kill the nature of man which is in you. And he began to mention the natures, the members. One of them is fornication, inordinate affection. You lust after something. Evil concupiscence, covetousness, which are idolatry. Then he said, for which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience, in the which you also walked sometime when ye lived in them. You were once, you walked like this before, because you were carrying this nature. This nature is the nature of man, is the nature of the flesh. When you are longing after women, you are longing after men, you are longing after worldly things, you are hungry for those things, you are still functioning in human nature. But he has given you his own life so that you can look for those things which are beneath, which are above. If you read the verse 1, it says, seek those things which are above, where Christ seated. That's the kind of spirit believers have. Your desire ought to be the things which are above, not the things which are on earth. Because you carry the life of Christ. When you are praying, you pray with the life of Christ. When you are dealing with men, you deal with them with the life of Christ. Learn how to use it. Learn how to use it. If you read verse 9, he explains something in verse 9. He said, lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man. The old man is the second nature. You put it off, just like this clothes, you put it off. It is your duty to remove the old man and to put on the new man. I hope you're getting me. Now, he said, seeing that you have put off the old man, you should now begin to walk according to the new man. And how can the new man operate? Through knowledge. How can you put off the old man? Through knowledge. When the knowledge of the new man has come, the old man will evacuate. When you are allowed the new man's spirit to enter you through knowledge, then the old man will run. Jesus said that you cannot put a new wine in an old bottle, in an old wine bottle. He said it will explode. So when you bring the new man, the old man cannot stand. It will leave. So in verse 10, and I've put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge. How do you put on the new man? Through renewal of your mind. Your mind must be renewed to accept the gospel that we preach to you. He said, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. The new man is renewed in knowledge after Christ's image. You begin to behave like Christ. You begin to love like Christ. You begin to see things like the way Christ is saying things. This is who God has called us to be on earth here. He wants us to be like him. As he is, so are we in this world. Sin will no longer have dominion over you, because you are not functioning with your life. If you are using your life, they can fight you. But your real life is gone. It's with Christ. And you are dead. So take that life in Christ and renew it with knowledge. You will function like Jesus. In Galatians 2 verse 20, Paul made us understand that I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live it. Every believer is crucified with Christ. What did you crucify? Your old man. Your appetite for evil. Your lust for women and men. Your craving for worldly things. The day Christ died, those things were crucified with him. He said, nevertheless, I live it. I live it. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. You see it? I live it, but not I, but Christ liveth in me. The life of Christ is in you. And the life which I now live is which life? In the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. The life you and I are living now is the life of the Son of God. So, when you are operating in that kind of life, you have the light of life. Business must work for you. Everything must go well for you. Why? You understand how to use that life. In John chapter 1 verse 4, he said, in him was life, and the light is the light of men. That life was the light of men. That Christ's life is your light. If you know how to operate with it, then you have the light of life. You command things and the things will obey you. You command demons and demons will go. You can speak to anything, like what we taught on Sunday. Because that is how Christ operates. He operates with an higher life. And he has given you and I the higher life to operate with. So the first thing you do is to seek those things which are above. If your eyes is on the things of the world, you cannot operate with that life.